In this video, we're going to go over long division. So this is intended as just a review. So just as a reminder regarding vocabulary, in a division problem, the first number is called the dividend, and the number you're dividing by is called the divisor. And a dividend divided by a divisor is a quotient. So when you're setting up to do long division, we use the symbol that looks like this over the dividend, and we put the divisor on the left. So if we're taking a two-digit number, I always need to go from left to right, and I look at the first two digits because I have a two-digit divisor. So 24 goes into 88. And so using my multiplication tables, I know that 24 times 3 is 72, but 24 times 4 is 96. Therefore, 24 goes in 3 times maximum. I do my multiplication off to the side, and then I subtract 88 minus 72 to see what I have remaining. And 88 minus 72 is 16. So now I bring down my next digit, which is the 5, from my dividend. And now I go ahead and repeat. 24 goes to 165, and it goes in at most twice as many as that. So it goes in 6 times, and 6 times 24 is 144. And then I subtract again. I have 21, and again I bring down. So now I'm going to do 24 into 216. Okay, and I know it definitely has to go in more than 6 times. And specifically, it's going to go in 9 times. 9 times 4 is 206, or I'm sorry, 9 times 4 is 36. And 9 times 2 is 18, plus 3 is 21. So now I can stop because I have no remainder. So the quotient is 369. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up this next one. So we have 221 as our dividend and 25 as our divisor. So the problem is 25 doesn't go into 22, so that means we have to figure out how many times it can go into 221. It doesn't go in exactly, and so we know that 25 times 4 is 100, so 25 times 8 would be 200, and that's as close as I can get. So when I subtract, I get 21. Well, we could go ahead and stop and say it's a remainder, but we are going to be working on decimals. So we're going to go ahead and remember that 221 and 0 tenths is also a valid number. So I bring down a 0, and in my quotient, I copy the location of that decimal point. So now 210 is what I'm trying to figure out. How many times does 25 go into 210? So I know that it goes in, again, 8 times. 8 times 25 is 200. When I subtract, I have 10. So I still have a remainder, so I'm going to bring down a second 0. And I'm going to see how many times does 25 go into 100. Well, 4 times 25 is 100. And now I have no remainder, so my quotient is 8 84 hundredths. So let's look at this third one. So we have 475 as our dividend divided by 9. So how many times does 9 go into 4? 0. How many times does 9 go into 47? 5 times. And 5 times 9 is 45. And remember, use your vertical placement so that we know that we're going and we're putting 9 into 47 because the 5 is above the 7. So 47 minus 45 is 2, and I bring down the 5. So now 9 doesn't go into 25 exactly, but it does go in 2 times, because 2 times 9 is 18. And we subtract and we bring down a 7. So now I have that same problem again, that I could go ahead and leave a remainder, but we're in middle school now. So we're going to put a decimal point after each of our numbers. And we're going to go ahead now and we're going to bring down a 0. 9 times what makes close to 70 without going over? That would be 7. 7 times 9 is 63, which gives me 7 again. That's mysterious. So I'm going to add another 0, and I bring it down, and I get 70, and I know that 9 times 6 is the, or I'm sorry, 9 times 7 is the closest that I'm going to get, which gives me 63, and I got 7 again. Well, I could go and do this forever, and that's because that digit is repeating. So remember to show repeating in a decimal. We find the first digit that's repeating, and if it's many digits that are repeating, but as long as they're a pattern, like it could be 72, 72, 72, 72, whatever, we just go ahead and put a bar over the first digit or set of digits to repeat, and the bar should be horizontal above the repeaters. Okay, hope this helps.